inspiration to make it just to make it reality for me. I mean, um, yeah, so seeing all your opportunities really just made me think, hey, well, if these can do it, what's out there for me? You
Mm,
know?
100%, right? And the way I saw when I first got started is like, if these guys can do it, why can't I do it? Right? It's an ego thing, but we can also use our ego as a superpower, right? It's in the Bible, right? Pride leads to all sin, and pride in itself is ego, right? So we don't want to be prideful. We want to use ego to our advantage. Okay, so how can someone be so successful? How can I also be successful like that person? If this person is successful, what did he do? What's his morning routine? Right? What's his daily routine? What does he do every night? What does he do every day to get him in this position, right? Because I talk about this a lot. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Okay? Just a quick question. Any of you guys really good at video games growing up?
Yes, I
Yeah, hell
was
yeah.
really good.
Really good at video games, right? So
I
you,
was I was really good at COD and growing up I only played COD to be honest.
Yeah, same.
yeah,
Yeah.
likewise, right? Really good at, if you're really good at one thing, you can also translate that into business. You know, when you wake up at like before school, for example, let's say you had school at like 8 a.m., you would wake up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to play COD for 2 hours, right? Because you had a passion for it. You loved it. You loved the thrill.
Yes. Yes, yes.
You
You're
can
right.
you can apply that into business as well. If you truly have a passion, you truly have love for it, you're going to wake up 2 hours before you go to work and put that work in, right? You're going to wake up and put that 2 hours of work in. Because literally, if you can do that for video games, which is, I'm not going to say it's degenerate, but it's not making you better. Maybe if it makes you money, by all means. If it's not, it's just pleasure, right? It's instant gratification. But at the end of the day, I was really good at video games. And I used to wake up 2 hours before school, play video games. Then I realized if I want to become successful in sport, why don't I wake up 2 hours before school instead of playing video games? I work better and doing sport in a sense, right? So I use my advantage of being really good at video games or waking up 2 hours before school to play video games. I also did that with sport, right? Because I realized this is how I'm going to get ahead of my people. But I also understand that how I do one thing is how I do everything. So I can apply that thing. If you guys can understand that, if you're really good at something, right? Apply that to business. Apply that to your knowledge. If you really want to learn something or study something, what are you really interested in? Some of you guys might be interested in footy, right? Really love watching the State of Origin, blah, blah, blah. Start making content about it, right? That's your passion. That's what you enjoy. Start making content about it, okay? Now you have a reason to wake up. Now you have a reason to start something in a sense, right? I'm kind of going off track right now, but does that kind of make sense to what I'm kind of talking about and how you do one thing is how you do everything?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, it does.
Perfect. Appreciate the comms. I will get straight into it right now. Just because I appreciate everyone. Hold on. I appreciate everyone that's in this chat right now or on this call right now. Sorry. Uh, because once again, every Monday, 8 p.m., let your families know, let your friends know that I host these. We got a lot of good numbers here. Liz, good to see you back here. We had a lot more numbers this week than last week as well. How these kind of work, I do an introduction on myself. I talk about what happened last week. Then we talk about the main focus for this week. Then we go into wins, and then we go into, okay, how can we put that into implementation? Okay, so for those who are new, my name is Nelson Misloy. I'm 20 years old, and I was able to leave my warehouse job in under 6 months. Now, I was in the same position as many of you are today. I was in a warehouse job, working a warehouse job, tied down to my boss, but tied down to my hours as well. Okay, I realized that I will never be paid for the value I provide to the workplace, but only be paid by the hour. Because like, understand this, right? Let's say you're working a job right now, and you're working 10 times harder than the person next to you. It doesn't matter how much harder you're working, you're still going to be paid the same amount as that person next to you. Why is that? Because you're not paid by your value, you're paid by your hour. Okay? That's completely fine. Like, I'm not shitting on any workers that do that. I respect workers that do that, to be honest. Me personally, I wasn't okay with that. And once I realized that I wanted to become someone of value. Okay. That's why I decided to make a change. That's why I decided to invest into invest into myself, invest into my faith, and invest into just becoming better overall, right? And that is the main reason why we're here today. Because if I didn't do that, majority of you guys wouldn't be here. But I appreciate you guys. That's a little backstory of me, right? If we fast forward to today, okay, I was able to leave my warehouse job, built a six-figure business in less than 12 months just from learning high income skills. Okay. Today we're going to be going in depth once again about becoming prepared for the opportunity for appointment setting. Okay. Now, last week, for those that were there, we focused on the past and why it's important to focus on the past. And I'll give a clear example of why that's important. Okay. Every action you've done in the past is a clear indicator of where you are today. Okay. Now, that might seem crazy because we're talking about appointment setting, but that's also why in appointment setting, if you don't understand what a person has done in the past, won't make sense to know, okay, why are they in this position right now? Okay, you realize that with every aspect ever. Okay, if you look at your physique right now, you look at your body, and you're not okay with that, what have you done in the past to be in the physique today, to be in the body you are in today? Is it bad choices of eating? Is it bad habits of waking up at bad times? Are you not taking care of your health? X, Y, Z. If you are taking care of all those things and your body is getting better progressively, that is a clear indication of what you've done in the past or where you are today. Okay? Liz, I know you were on last week's session. Do you want to kind of, for those who were on last week's live masterclass, what did we understand about the past and why it's important?
Yep.
Perfect. If you could just give a maybe an understanding of what you took away from last week's session.
So in preparation, you've only gotten yourself to where you are today based on everything that you've done and what you haven't done.
Mm, correct. Right, it's pretty much what I just said earlier, but used a different analogy. You are in the position today because everything you have done or what you haven't done, right? The cost of inaction and the cost of inaction in the future. Okay, does that make sense to everyone so far?
Yeah.
So cool. Just so we're all on the same page and I can move forward.
Yes.
Sweet. So I want to show this win because this is feedback from last week's session. After tonight's session, it sort of clarified a lot for me after watching your videos you sent me up on YouTube. It was all overwhelming at first, so much new information and skills, but I appreciate you for tonight's session. A lot was clarified and you made it more understandable and in depth. Now, these messages mean so much to me because once again, I do not need to be doing these sessions, but I want to because this is true fulfillment right here. No money made, doesn't matter because I've just made a change on somebody's life, right? You know how impactful and fulfilling that feeling is in itself? Just from jumping on this, providing the value and knowledge that I know, and making someone understand it more understandable and in depth. Now, these are the messages I live for. And if anyone takes this sort of information, I would really appreciate these messages. So that's all I ask for, right? Now that was feedback from last week. Today we're going to be going into in depth about the fundamentals, right? For those who want to kind of write down some notes, I recommend doing that right now because this is where we're gonna learn the fundamentals of everything when it comes to appointment setting. Okay, so here it is, the fundamentals: one, two, three, and four. Okay, what is appointment setting? Okay, it's the process of starting conversation, booking and calls with people who might be interested in your offer. This is where the sales journey begins. Okay, with sales, the most important skill when it comes to any business model online, appointment setting is probably one of the easiest skills we can learn. Why? We don't need to show our face, don't need to post content. We're literally working for a business or influencer, logging into their page. If they have an offer, we are literally working for them and setting up calls for their offer and booking them in, right? We get a commission, whether we're getting base salary or commission on top of that. That is usually how our appointment setup works, okay? Now, why does this matter? Step one, you can't close a sale if you don't get someone on a call first. Now, you can close deals in the DMs, but there's no relationship built, there's no accountability built, and overall, it seems salesy. And we don't want salesy conversations there. We want legit and proper sales skills. Okay, more appointments equals more money. Builds trust. Talking with people in the DMs help them get to know you before you buy, right? So that is why it matters because they want to build a relationship. They want to build trust with the person. Now, this is the fundamentals. The skills you need. You need to know how to talk in the DMs, okay? Start convos that feel friendly and real, right? You're actually having a proper conversation. Doesn't sound AI, doesn't sound robotic, but it sounds like you're genuinely having a conversation, right? Make connections, right? Feel a connection with your person you're talking to. Don't pitch too early. Get to know them. Okay, why do you want to do this? Okay, you're in this position today because you haven't done XYZ. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. This is how we can help you get to where you want to be. Okay? Once again, ask questions. Make sure they're actually a good fit. Because a lot of people reach out, right? How do I do this? How do I do that? Okay, I'm going to make sure that you're a good fit for YouTube. I'm going to send you all this free information because right now I know you're not ready to invest in yourself. So I'm going to send you all this free game. Once you learn that, you get a little investment going for you. Come talk to me. I can guide you in the right direction. Okay. Next, we need to create urgency. Give them a reason to book, right? Give them a reason for them to make a change now. Because at the end of the day, if they don't change, nothing changes. I say this over and over and over. If nothing changes, nothing is going to change. But we also need to realize that in the conversation, right? In the conversation, when you're talking to a prospect, in appointment setting in itself, right, you need to understand that you're you're not salesy, okay? You're genuinely trying to help a person go from where they are right now to where they want to be. Okay, so if this is the reason for them, okay, I can genuinely help you get to where you want to be. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it by doing this. We're gonna do it by doing that. They should trust you by now. That you should have a conversation. You could have a relationship with them. Now you should have that urgency to actually get them on a call. Okay. Now the whole DM process and how it should look. Number one, start a chat. Okay. That's the basics of everything. Number two is having a conversation. Number three, qualify. Four, offer the call. Five, book it in. It's simple and effective. That's the fundamentals of appointment setting. How do we become an appointment setter? Does anyone feel like they could become an appointment setter right now based off this fundamentals, right? This is just basics. And it's a lot of information that's get passed by because people don't want to go in depth about it. But with the fundamentals here, what's everyone's understanding so far?
My understanding on this is like these are just your um what do you call it? Just things start your building your platform off of, you know. Um, yeah, that's what I'm just getting and elaborating on this.
Perfect, bro. Like you broke that down pretty simple. It's the platform or the foundation in a sense, right? It's the fundamentals. Right? If we look at sports, if we play footy, if we play basketball, we need to learn the foundations first before we can learn how to, I guess, start becoming a professional player, start becoming a starter, player, whatever it is. We need the fundamentals first. And this is the basics of it. Okay. What is it? Why it matters, the skills you need, and the process of what it looks like. Okay. For those who are writing this notes down, do you guys need a little bit more time on the screen? Or can I move on to the next stop?
Just a little bit
Just
more
a little
time,
bit more
please.
time, please. Just a little bit more time.
All good. For everyone
Thank you.
now, for everyone else so far that's in here, where are you guys at? Does this kind of clear up a few things? Do you guys kind of understand a little bit more on what appointment setting is? Anyone? Aaron?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, supples. So pretty much, do you feel like, right, the understanding that I just went over, would you say this is pretty basic level and you kind of have a good understanding, or what's your kind of takeaways from this so far, bro?
Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's pretty basic level stuff.
Mm.
Not too hard to understand.
Yep.
But I guess like when you get into all that, or like with the appointment setting, when you get into it, like it just depends how you take it on yourself, like
Mm.
whether whether you understand your prospect or um whether you go the other way. So yeah, I think the fundamentals here are pretty basic and very easy to understand. Um, but yeah,
Perfect. Shuttles. I appreciate that. I appreciate
that's all
it.
good.
The fundamentals is pretty the key foundation, just like the bro said earlier, right? And like you said, it's about understanding the prospect. And last week we understood the prospect in their past, right? The reason why they're in their position today is because of what they've done or what they haven't done in the past. And if they continue to do that, that's also going to be a cause of their future, right? So that's the most important thing when it comes to understanding your prospect. You need to understand their past, understand their past is why they're in their position today. And it's going to be the same situation in the future if they continue to do that. So can we help them and can we get to where they want to be? Um, that was the main breakdown of that. For the boys writing all the notes down, are you all good? Can we move on to the next
Yep.
spot?
You good,
Yep,
boss.
we're good.
Sweet. So I put this on my story. When preparation meets opportunity, it equals success. Okay. Now this training is great. This is the fundamentals and basics of everything. So do you guys feel like you have consistent training for the preparation? Yes or no?
No,
No. Okay. Do you have a good skills to meet
Definitely not.
opportunity? No? Okay. 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 Now, this,
But they're good. With good guidance.
okay. Okay. Are you prepared to be successful? Now, this is a hard, tough question to answer. Are you prepared to be successful? Yes or no? Yes, Xavier, you said yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, when I say,
Yes,
are you prepared to be successful? Are you also prepared to fail? Are you prepared to fail more times than you are to succeed?
Yeah, yeah. I am prepared to fail.
Okay, good. Because what I want to break down is in order to win, you must be okay to fail. Every time you fail, you gain more information to succeed. Every time you succeed, you gain more information to win. We need to be prepared to fail. And this logic of fear of failure, it blows my mind, right? Because it comes from self-doubt from a very young age that we're told we can't succeed. That we told, like you said, bro, was it Rocky? Your mom said she's a little bit skeptical about this.
yes,
Fear of failure comes from self-doubt from above. Right? When we're told when we're younger, you can't do this, you can't do that, that self-doubt has been taught from us that we can't do that. Right? But if self-doubt can be taught, it also can be untaught, right? It also can be unlearned. Okay? So I can learn not to have self-doubt. I can learn how to have self-belief in a sense, right? From the simple thing is taking advice from people who are in the position you want to believe. Yeah, also my family doesn't believe in this, but I want to try it. Yeah, for sure, right? So the one trick or the one thing I'll probably give you guys or advice on is start listening to people who are in the position you want to be in. Start listening to people who are on track to being in the position you want to be, right? Respectfully, we can't take advice from our family when it comes to business. if they haven't done any moves in business? If they've never succeeded in business, why would we take advice from them? A lot of you guys in here are Polynesian, Māori, um, you know, a culture. I'm not too sure if you guys know Mr. Fortify, right? He grew up in Logan. He's living in Dubai right now. He's made it out, and a lot of the times he goes in depth about it. He talks about no one was prepared to fail as much as me. No one was prepared or ready to fail over and over and over and over. There were nights he would go to the club, he would make $200, come home, driving a 2000 whatever car, come home, make another $200, go to another club, go to another club, and he would make $1,000 every night, still work his 9 to 5, stack that up, put that into investments. He put into Bitcoin, I think like 20, 25 years ago, whatever it is, and now he's like scaled that up. He's also really focused on digital products, but he's focused on a skill set as well. He focused on working on himself, number one, that's a skill. He focused on knowing that failure is going to get me where I really want to be, number two. And number three, he went all in because he started to listen to people who's in the position he wants to be in or working towards getting that in the position. So with that in mind, does that make sense to everyone so far?
Yes.
Cool. Cool. So
Yes, yes, yes.
when I say when preparation meets opportunity, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to head over to my Instagram. Can you guys see everything so far?
Yep, yep.
I'm going to go to my story. I'm going to go over to this win right here. I want anyone who sees this really take this quote to heart. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Coach Carter, we are most scared. We're more scared of the unknown. We're scared to make uncomfortable decisions. But the true ultimate risk is living life that you know you could have done more. Now I'm going to go to my next story. When preparation meets opportunity, it equals success. I want to give thanks for the opportunities I've had not only set but to close for ABC. Whilst my time was at ABC was short, it was very nice of which I'm able to spread my wings from. I'm now closing on a big freelance branding scaling offer. He's working for one of the biggest influencers in social media right now. So this guy, he's got the preparation from ABC. He's got the training from ABC. Now he's closing for one of the biggest influencers in the world right now. Okay? What I'm going to show you guys, so this is for closing. I'm going to show you some wins just from setting. So this is my guy Ben. 3 weeks ago, he came across Ethan Price, one of our best guys in ABC. Hopped on a call with Joshua. He was in ABC. ABC is a real place where I see my achievements, where I see myself achieving my goals. That's why I took the plunge. To be honest, I was shitting myself because I never had invested in myself before, but I love doing it here. 3 weeks later, I'm now an appointment setter certified. Thanks to everyone who's helped me, Reese Serrati, appointment setting coach, for constant feedback. Now he's looking to get into closing. He is now prepared for the opportunity that is around the corner. Now, what do I mean when I say preparation meets opportunity equals success? We head over to seek.com. We have appointment setting, over 100 jobs right here. We have over to indeed.com. Just needs verification. We have unlimited, literally unlimited amount of jobs right here. 60,000 to $200,000 a year. Sales appointment setter, high ticket program, remote. Sales rep, urgent hiring, and this is what I mean. When preparation, he's now certified, meets opportunity, equals success. Okay? When preparation meets opportunity, that equals success. Now, next win. Been in ABC for 4 weeks. I'm loving it here. such a good and supportive community, striving for success. My journey has major speed bumps since joining ABC, but I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Now he gives his bunch of shout outs. 4 weeks he was able to get certified and be prepared. Now this next one, certified in 2 weeks. He joined ABC back in November, started learning sales. I was trying to move fast, ended up overwhelming himself, too much to take in, drifted away, and got nowhere. Okay? Jumped in 2 weeks ago, put his head down, learned everything about appointment setting, got the news today that he's certified. So now Brendan is now prepared for the opportunity to become successful for all of these roles. Okay? Does that make sense in terms of being prepared and making sure we're prepared for the opportunity that's around the corner? Because, like I mentioned, do we have constant training to become prepared, like right here? Do we have the skills to meet these opportunities right here? Yes or no? Are we prepared to be successful? So, one one out of these three, we have. We're prepared. Mindset wise, we're prepared to be successful. In terms of speaking, literally, we don't have the skills yet. We don't have that consistent training, right? This is what we can work on. We can work on being prepared. We can work on becoming, not afraid to fail, blah, blah, blah. But this is the main thing that's stopping us from being certified, being prepared for the opportunity that's around the corner. Does this make sense so far?
Yep.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, in this stage of the story, in this masterclass, I ask you guys for one favor and one favor only. If you found this masterclass session of value, I would really appreciate if you guys could just share or take a screenshot right now, share it onto your IGs, and I will do a free shout out on my IG. Just make sure you tag my username so I can see it, and then I'll be able to add it to my story, give you guys a free shout out on my story. Does that sound good to everyone so far?
Yes, boss.
Thank you, brothers. I really appreciate it because in the next slide, we're going to go into a bit more.
Done.
You're going to say something, bro?
Oh yeah, I done. I did it. I did it.
Ah, cool, sweet.
That's great.
Boom, boom. Now, I'll let you guys get on top of that. And if you guys don't get that done right now, I would really appreciate if you just get it done after this session. If you guys can do that, by all means, I'd really appreciate it. Next thing we're going to talk about is the implementation, right? Now, I'm going to leave this recording up for the next 24 hours, okay? If you want access to this recording, I'll be leaving up for the next 24 hours. DM me the word live, and I'll send it through to you guys, okay? We now have the fundamentals of appointment setting. Who feel like they understand everything we went over and went through today?
Yeah, I feel like I got a reasonable understanding of it.
Okay. What
Yeah.
would you say? Oh,
Sorry, sorry.
all good, bro. What would you say your reasonable understanding looks like? Is it just the basics, the mindset, and everything like that, bro?
Well, now you mentioned that, I feel like I'm starting to get a better understanding as you go along. Like, um, yeah, of course, having your core values and your the basics to the stuff just to go off of it,
Mm,
really helped me because I was stuck in before I even joined. I was going through your YouTube videos. I was feeling a bit stuck. Was feeling like I needed a bit of guidance, but this has helped clear it up a bit for me.
perfect, perfect. So you feel like you need that guidance, or you feel like you need that constant training as well, and that the skills to kind of be prepared.
Um, I wouldn't really oppose or mind. I wouldn't really mind a bit of guidance.
Okay. Got it. Yep.
If that's okay with you.
Sure, bro. Sure, absolutely. I mean, I'm more than happy to lead people in the right direction, especially when it comes to one-on-one guidance. I mean, if you just message me the word live, I can send this through. And if you want that guidance as well, I can also lead you in the right direction.
Can't wait.
Anyone else?
Yeah, just following along the bro. So I did the same thing as well, before I joined the live. I was watching a couple of YouTube clips. I did
Mm.
understand a bit of it,
Yep.
but in my opinion, I do think I need a little bit more guidance as well.
Okay, cool.
Following up on what the bro said.
Okay, got you. I guess, why do you feel like you need guidance? Like, why do you feel like guidance is the one thing that's stopping you from getting to where you want to be?
Sorry, you were breaking out. Can you say it again, please?
I guess, why do you feel like you need that guidance, bro? Like, why do you feel like that guidance is the one thing stopping you from where you are right now with the YouTube videos to where you want to be?
I don't know, just in my opinion, I think I'd understand it more clearly, and
Mm,
in my opinion, I'd understand it more clearly if I had a little bit more guidance into this,
got you.
and just rather watching some YouTube tutorials, watching some YouTube clips,
Mm,
and just learning it off there,
got you.
in my opinion.
For sure. For sure, right?
Thank you.
Perfect. I mean, that's a clear understanding of that. We know we want more one-on-one guidance, right? We can watch all the videos, we can have all the knowledge in the world, but if we actually don't have guidance or someone kind of pushing us to hold us accountable, it's merely impossible to put it into action, put it into implementation in a sense, right? So you guys said it best, and if you guys want, that one-on-one guidance, just message me that word. I can send you this recording and then also lead you guys in the right direction. Does that sound good?
Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing, boss.
Perfect. So now this is straight Q&As. Once you ask questions, I can answer them live in the rec. Also, what made you join today, so I can give you live feedback and tailor it to you as well. So the floor is open. If you guys have any questions, just raise your hand, unmute your mics. That would be a lot easier and quicker that way, just so I can be able to answer it as well.
I tailored a resume for appointment setting
Okay.
this last week. I
And
did get a couple of hits back. My issue is I don't want to reply back to any of them because I feel like I don't know if I'm going to go wrong in areas with replying. Like how my like what's a good number for qualifying leads, like
for sure.
out of a percentage ratio, that kind of stuff. So I haven't done anything with it because of that.
Okay. So great question. The number one thing I want you guys to realize when you're applying for appointment setting roles, make sure, number one, you never ever pay for a role. Never pay for a role. Because if they guarantee that, this is what they're going to say. I will guarantee you become an appointment setter if you pay XYZ. How can they guarantee anything if you don't put any work in? Right? How can they guarantee you to be successful? How can they guarantee you a role? That's like me asking you. Let's say I'm a fitness coach. I'll guarantee you six packs if you come train with me. How can I guarantee that if you don't even do workout? Right? So that's number one. Make sure you never pay for a role because they should pay you to work for them. That's number one. Number two, go through every single one. Once you identify which ones are asking you to pay them and which ones aren't asking for you, that's how you know who's qualified and who's not.
Awesome.
Perfect. Great question, by the way.
Um, just a bit of a question, because I was looking on Seek today as well. Um, because I have seen your video and you know how you said never go for businesses that don't have any success stories or any like reviews on your products.
Mhm.
I was just wondering how would I go about that? Because I've had quite a few offers from quite a few sales places where I'm from, but I'm not sure if I want to take them because I don't know if I'm having to pay for them or if I'm underqualified or I don't meet their requirements.
Yep. Great question, bro. Like I mentioned earlier, is that you should never, it's like applying for a job, right? You should never ever pay for a role because they should pay you to work for them. If you have enough skill set, you're prepared, you all got certifications, blah, 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 they're gonna want you to work for their team, right? They're gonna pay you to make sure they work for your team. That's number one. Number two, do they have testimonials? Do they have results? Are they actually in a good position for you to work for them? All right. Number three, how much are they paying you? Number one. And also understand if they're paying you this amount, how much are they making overall? Because if they said they have a contract that's going to pay you, 10, 15K a month, how much does this business actually generate every single month? What if they're generating, 20K a month? 80, 90% of their income is going to go to you. Do you really think that's going to happen? Understand that as well. So those three things, never pay for a role. Number two, make sure testimonials and results. And number three, how much is the business actually making? Do you believe that they're actually making X, Y, Z? You'll know that with the results in business as well. Even call them up. Hey, bro, I see that you're offering 15K a month. How much is your business overall? What's the revenue monthly? And what's the profit monthly? You sound so professional saying something like that. Because when would a person like that come to a business owner like that, right? Someone come to me those numbers, I'll like boom, boom, boom. You go to someone who doesn't know anything about that, so you know straight away that they're bullshitting.
Um,
Is
oh,
I
you
was
speak,
literally
bro.
going.
No, no, no. Oh, you.
So does that kind of refer to also as commissions and that as well?
For the business or for you?
Um, Probably for you.
Okay, so when it comes to commissions, right, if the business is paying through commissions, then you also need to know, okay, how much are they actually generating every month? If my commissions is 5 to 10%, if this company and I get paid through sales, through commissions, do I trust this company enough to kind of have that, right? If they're only bringing in 20K a month and I get a 5% of that, 5% of 20K is 250, maybe 50. Check my
Yeah.
maths. Check my maths, but you get what I mean, right? It's not the best, but just from sending messages, it's pretty simple. It's easy, right? But once again, just make sure we understand that. Never pay for a role. Understand the business results, and also understand, are they successful? How long did it take you to learn all of these skills? Also, is it worth it for someone who's still in school to apply their skills and learn now, or wait till after these skills? Great question. For me, personally, I'm still learning every single day. Maybe I have a lot more knowledge than someone who doesn't know this, but personally, I was able to, like, if I scroll up to, hold on, real quick, to my story here, right there, right. Oh no, not this one. Sorry. Okay. In less than 6 months, I was able to leave my warehouse job. In less than 12 months, I was able to build a online business of 6 figures. And the results are right there. So I mean, like, in terms of learning the skills, I was able to do it within less than 10 months. Less than 10 months max. Okay. That's number one. Did I start making money overnight? No. I made no money for about 3 months. $0. Wanted to give up, but that is like the pinnacle or the point where everyone gives up. So if I can push past that part, push past, that's where you're going to succeed the most. Where every single person gives up is where you continue to keep going, right? So that's my story. Everyone's story is different because my situation, your situation is different. If you're in school right now, what I would recommend is, I said this on my story the other night, is that you're richer than me. And the reason for that is I can't buy your age. No one can buy your age right now. And the reason for that, you have so much more time, number one, you have so much more potential to be able to apply these skills when you leave school, right? So if you start learning it now, look how much it's done for me in less than 12 months. Imagine you 12 months from now, you've learned all the skills, you now apply it 12 months later. You're so far ahead of your own people at your age and also people who's older than you. Okay? So to answer your question, learn it now. Learn all the free game that you need. If you're looking to invest in yourself, I would look into investing into skill sets, number one. That's what I'll do. Like the boys mentioned earlier, they're looking for that guidance. I would look for guidance as well so I can listen to people who are actually in the position I want to be, people who are going to be in the position I want to be, X, Y, and Z. But I hope that does answer your question.
Just a quick question, Nelson. So I see on a lot of TikToks and YouTube as well. I see and I just saw it before. What is ABC? Like what are the perks of that?
Okay, so ABC is the mentorship where I joined, right? It's a mentorship where I joined, learned all the skills I learned was from ABC. So I learned sales, I learned the skills of sales from ABC. I learned how to build a personal brand from ABC, right? I learned and got all my mentors and guidance from ABC, right? That is where I learned everything. And what I'm providing you guys is training from ABC, but I'm providing it for free. Why? Because I want to provide that value that's in the marketplace that people don't understand yet. Right? If I can provide that for free, I can be the leader for that. By all means, I'll do that. Any means by necessary. But like you mentioned, bro, it's like I lack the guidance. I also lack the guidance. So I joined ABC. I lack the community. I also lack the community. So I joined ABC. Right? I talked about it before the call as well. When you invest into yourself, you're not just investing with money. You invest in your time, your effort, your mental, your physical, right? These are all investments. The best investment you can ever make in your life is investing into yourself, no matter what it is. If it's time, if it's effort, it's some money, whatever it is, money comes and goes. So you either invest it or you waste it. Your health, that comes and goes as well. Your body, you either die tomorrow or you don't wake up, right? So these things right now is preparing you, like I mentioned. ABC is preparing you for the opportunity to become successful right here. So everyone in ABC right now is becoming prepared. Okay? All these guys, certified. They can now take this offer, go to all these jobs, get a clear understanding. Okay, now he's certified, he's prepared, he's ABC trained, and it's also that he's ABC trained. They know we've worked with the biggest clients in the online industry. You guys might know Iman Ghazi. We've had calls with Iman before. We've took his business from where it was before to where it is now. Nathan Navarus, Sarah Finance. The list can go on and on and on. When people hear that they've worked for ABC, they know that they come from a good sales training, a good personal brand training. Like you can see, like the proof is there. It's in the pudding. If I go out of this, how do I go out of this? 70,000 followers, right? Just from building my own personal brand. We go to sales, over $100,000, six-figure business in less than 12 months. Sales, marketing, most important skills you need. If you want to learn basic skills, you can learn video editing, filming, script writing, social media writing. But that's pretty much a breakdown of what ABC is, bro.
Thank you so much as well. Um, is it in your opinion, sorry, would you also say it's like sort of TAFE? Like, it's like a TAFE?
For sure. It's online education at the end of the day, right? So when you look at uni, it's in-person education. You're investing into training, you're investing into modules, you're investing into tutors, you're investing into lectures, blah blah blah. I did that to traditional education. I realized the world is fully going remote, going digital. I want to invest into online education that teaches me the skills I need to prepare for online skills. So it's literally uni, but online. So it's online education rather than traditional education.
Thank you so much. That's all I needed. Thank
Sweet.
you.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Yes, I've got a question. What do you yourself as a successful person, what are you hoping to see us achieve? Not just in our own personal lives or our business lives. What are you hoping that we'll take away from this?
The main thing I want you guys to take away from this is number one, right? I can give you all the free game, all the free information, but a transformation, right? So I want you guys to, before this call, think about who that person was to after this call. Am I a different person? Did I learn something new? Do I want to become a different person? And if that, what did I take away from this call? Because at the end of the day, the true fulfillment comes from absolutely changing someone's life. As you can see on last week's session, this made my whole week. I could make however money, right? That money could go out the window tomorrow. This feeling right here will never go out the window. I can cherish this moment, knowing that I went fully in depth and made it understandable for someone to go from completely not understanding whatsoever, but having a complete transformation from one video or one call, in a sense, completely changes life. That's the main thing I want to take away is making sure I have an impact on my people. I have an impact on every single one of everyone that joined today, which I really appreciate, but have an impact and make sure that someone's got something from this, found value in this, now has a transformation and starts to make a change or starts to become better after this session.
Thank you very much for that.
But yeah, for those guys who haven't put that story or done a story on your story right now, I'd really appreciate if you guys could do that straight after this. Um, I guess that comes to a end of today's masterclass. I do really appreciate every single one of you who joined, and like I just mentioned, I really want to make sure everyone has an impact. I really want to make sure you go from not having a good understanding to having a better understanding, to having a transformation from being who you are to being who you want to become. But I'll leave it at that. I'll talk to you guys next week, Monday, once again. Let people know on the stories as well. Let people know every Monday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. Be there. Um, I'll
Thank you so much, Us. I'll catch you later.
Soros. Catch you later.
Catch you later.
Will you be able to send a bit more skill videos? Yeah, for sure. If you just message me, I'll be able to send that through. But yeah, I really appreciate you
Thanks for
guys.
the support.
God bless. I hope to see you
God
guys
bless.
all Monday and a few more faces as well. But it was a really good session. Good to talk to you guys. But I'll see you guys next Monday. God bless.
All right,
All
good
right,
friends.
kakitiano.
Read that.
Bye.